Thursday is our California State Assembly candidate debate.
Yes.
Thursday at the Guidance Charter School auditorium at 6 p.m.
Yes.
Every single candidate will be there.
Yes.
People are already starting to email questions.
Yes.
I'm already getting questions.
What?
This day gets better and better for me anyway.
Why?
Because I've known that it was on the 15th forever.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Cancel whatever you got going on.
I can't.
What do you mean?
It's my map class, and it's the last class.
What?
Yeah.
And you can't miss any classes.
No, you can't.
I'll be there in spirit.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, it is that deep. Yeah.
Now I'm speechless.
Yeah. This day is getting better and better. I should just go home.
Can't you call them and explain the situation?
They don't care.
No, it's like jury duty.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. You
can't miss a class.
Not
what
one
happens
class.
if you miss one?
Then you're done. You don't get it.
Then you just got to do it again.
Yeah.
Well, we can't do the debate again.
I know.
But you could do the map class.
I'm not doing 10 weeks of class again.
You've been doing it for 10 weeks?
Yeah. No, 10 classes.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. It's a long time.
Well, Jeff and I will be there, and Angelina will be
absentee.
AWOL.
Yeah.
Can we get a cardboard standee?
You know what?
Yeah.
I bet we could do that. Maybe that's what we should. That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's really too bad.
It is too bad.
Wow. Okay, we're going to miss you. But it is Thursday night. I anticipate it's going to be a packed house.
I'll make sure my mother goes in my stead.
Okay, good. This is the last debate before the June 3rd primary election. This is it. So, you know, if you want to get involved, if you care about what goes on within your community,
then you
need to get involved. I mean, we are going to be streaming it live, but you really want to be there live. If you want an opportunity to ask the question, come there. Ask the tough question.
Yep.
They'll all be there. So what we're doing is the debate will be from 6 to 7. From 7 to 7:30 will be an open mic. The audience can ask questions.
Oh, yeah. There's no way I can come.
Because that's...
I'm 6 to 9.
6 to 9. Okay. Well, Angelina won't be there.
Yeah.
But everybody is invited, so please show up and come. And I'll give you the address. It's 37230 37th Street East. It's right across the street from Dry Town Water Park in East Palmdale. Okay? Very easy to get to.
Very easy.
All right? Oh, you know what? I'm just going to mention this. To any candidates that are listening that have expressed their desire to run political spots on our show, today was the cutoff. We're not going to accept any more. Okay? Because then we have to do too many make-goods.
Right.
All right? And we can't do that. So, and I know a couple of them are listening that said, hey, we're trying, we're cutting a spot, and just keep it. Don't send it in. Because it's not fair to the other candidates to have to run so many make-goods. You know? So this is it. So we're done. Last night, you know, I was on my way to Simi Valley. No, I was coming back from Lake Ventura, Simi Valley. And, you know, you get off the 118 and you do that cut over through Balboa, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and right there, as we got off the 118 and we're doing that cutoff, big, giant billboard for Steve Knight.
Oh, yeah, I saw that picture you put on Facebook.
Down there. Yeah. Big, giant one. So I'm just going to mention that. Can you believe that hot air balloon accident?
Man, that was sad.
Now's the time, if you really want to do it, to book a hot air balloon.
Because it's the safest right now.
Dirt cheap and safe.
I didn't know that those were monitored by the National Transportation Safety.
Well, let's talk about the monitoring. They go up to the hot air balloon and they say, do you have your papers? And they say, yeah, here they are. You got everything? Everything's good? Okay, fine, go.
Yeah, it really, really sad.
It's sad. And people heard them screaming.
I heard somebody said that they could hear somebody saying, oh, my God, I'm going to die.
Sweet Jesus, I'm going to die.
Terrible.
I mean, because really, where's your out? You don't have a parachute.
Yeah.
No, I know.
And it's on fire.
I know.
And you're not over water.
How high up were they?
I don't know. It wasn't that far up that people couldn't hear them articulate those words.
Yeah.
But
really
it was
terrible.
far enough that when they jumped to their death.
Oh.
They, as of Saturday, they had found 2 bodies, and there was still 1 missing. Mm-hmm. And the family, the parents of this girl, they were hoping that they would find her and everything would be great. But they didn't.
No.
Really sad.
I mean, because you think about it, if it's on fire, you just want off. Right. You're not thinking, okay, I'm going to jump in a minute. I see trees coming. You know, you're not even trying to coordinate.
Yeah, broken leg's better than a burn. Any deal.
Yeah. But, I mean, at least, you know, jump into a tree. But if it's fire, you're not trying to coordinate. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Total
You just got out.
Yeah, out.
I
know. It's really sad.
And I mean, who would rather not jump to their death than burn alive up there?
Oh, yeah. Any day of the week.
Who would rather?
Yeah. It's terrible. There was a story over the weekend about a mother that their 3rd or 4th floor apartment caught fire. Mm-hmm. And she was in there with her brand newborn baby.
Stop.
And she had no other choice. There was no other exit but to go out the window. Mm-hmm. And she sheltered this child and jumped out the window.
And?
She saved his life.
Oh, and she died.
No, she's alive. She'll probably never walk again.
Oh.
Wow.
But she did that to save the life of the child.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a mom will do, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
Well,
there's
some
no
moms.
end. Oh, okay, yes.
Yeah.
Some moms.
Yeah, we got some named Pearl that...
That's true.
Yeah.
I was just having a conversation about Gabriel Fernandez last night.
Mm-hmm.
Actually drove by his school summer wind last night. Just having that conversation.
What about?
Just Gabriel and telling somebody all about him and you know what happened. And the memorial that you and I went to when they retired his seat. And no one will ever have seat number 27.
Yeah. So glad we weren't streaming live then.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It would have been over.
Yeah, that was a really tough one.
Yes.
That was a really tough one. We got to reach out to John and get him back on the show.
Yeah.
And see what's going on there.
The attorney?
Yeah.
Yes.
Look at that. You got it.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're plugged in. Right on.
I
Good
would say
job.
something, but...
You know, now would be a really good time to bring up Michael Sam. Angelina's going, who's Michael Sam?
Oh, I think I know who that is. The NFL player?
Michael Sam is the first openly gay player to be drafted into the NFL. Drafted in the 7th round.
Yes. So how much money does that mean?
Well, here's the thing. He's not really great. Okay? As a player.
Listen, I mean, he's great. He's drafted. There's a whole lot of players in the world.
There's a lot of politics behind this.
Of course there is, but I'm just saying he still made it to the 7th round. How many rounds do they have, by the way?
Don't
say 8.
You know what? He was like the 279th or 280th player drafted. When he was drafted, President Obama congratulated him on being the first openly gay player. I don't know if that was necessary or required.
I just think that we're ODing on it.
Yes.
I really think we're ODing on it. It's like, you know what? Here's the thing. We have a nation full of bigots, okay? Some people recognize that they're a bigot, some people don't. Based on your life experiences, you can have some viewpoints that are skewed and wrong. And we definitely need to talk about the Sterlings. Not just, kick them out. We need to talk about them so that other people that are on the fence could be could understand it and see the light. But I don't see how look, I don't want to say anything wrong, but I'm just speaking for myself. It's a big difference between saying that you're an N-word and I don't like interracial couples and I don't like homosexuality. There's a huge difference between all of those. And I think that there's nothing wrong with you saying that it's not an acceptable lifestyle in your home. However, you don't forge any judgments against anybody, and I don't have a problem with anybody saying that. But today, it's like if somebody opens their mouth and says that, they're persecuted, and they are to lose all their jobs and take their money, and and it's a big difference between saying that it's a lifestyle that I don't agree with, than I don't want you coming to my game because you're a black person.
Some people say it's not that I disagree with it. It maybe makes me a little uncomfortable, like ESPN having a live camera in his home. Okay?
Yeah.
When it's announced. Yeah. All right?
And that was a setup. That's the thing that really killed me, is that you're setting it up. You're setting it up because you want people to react on it. And so it's a setup, because if it was at another home and a guy and girl started kissing, they wouldn't even film it because it wouldn't be news.
And that was the argument. The argument is, look, if he was heterosexual and had been drafted, he would have gotten up and kissed his wife or girlfriend on the couch.
Or his mom.
Or his mom.
Right.
Whatever. So why couldn't he kiss his boyfriend? Well,
he could kiss his boyfriend.
He did.
And I know he did. I know he did. But you put the cameras there on purpose.
Yeah, and it was not a big...
Because I'm sure somebody said, what, if you get jazzed, you can kiss him, Do you? It was a setup.
Right after he did that, players took to
Yes.
Twitter. Okay?
Yes.
And they got in trouble for it.
Because some people are not comfortable with seeing those. I'm not comfortable seeing any display of affection, especially in front of kids. But I feel personally, you can peck, but I don't really want to see you tonguing somebody down, heterosexual or not.
Yeah.
Well, it was not that kind of a kiss.
I understand.
Okay.
But I don't want to see any open displays of affection.
Oh, and you know what? There's nothing wrong. I don't think there's anything wrong with you saying that.
Oh, my God. Yes, it is.
No. Because, you're not saying it's wrong. You're just saying it just makes you uncomfortable. You're not used to that yet.
PDAs
okay?
Here's the rule are uncomfortable.
Former Super Bowl champion Derek Ward tweeted, "I'm sorry, but that Michael Sam is no bueno for doing that on national TV. There are kids watching this draft right now. How do I explain this?"
Right.
Okay?
And why does everybody have to explain it like that's the thing to do? Why can't I'm not judging you if you're gay. I'm not passing any judgment on your lifestyle. You can do what you want as you want to do it. But are you judging me because I don't like the lifestyle? Or are you judging me because I'm not having a conversation with my son or my daughter or my grandkids saying it's okay if you want to grow up and be this way? How about if I deal with it if they are that way?
Well, Michael Jones from the Dolphins immediately took to Twitter and tweeted, "Horrible. Oh, my God." And he got fined.
Yeah.
Okay? He got fined. He's in trouble.
Now, what is that?
And he had to go take to Twitter and issue his mea culpa.
Yeah.
And
apologize. Take it off. Yeah.
Yeah, he had to.
I don't understand. There's a... Listen. There's a thin line, and we need to get to the point of understanding the difference between being racist and intolerant and being choked down your throat with something that you may not want to see all the time.
To me, I think it's this. Football is about football, okay? Mm-hmm. And it doesn't make... Look, I don't see him saying Michael Sam, the first Jewish player.
Right.
Okay?
It's
not about that.
We didn't put a flag up for every single one of those.
No, it's not about that.
No, it's about playing the game.
Right. Had he not been drafted, the NFL would have had a firestorm PR problem. Yeah. Okay?
That's what I'm saying. We're being choked. There's a difference between being accepting to someone's viewpoint or someone's lifestyle and being forced to change whatever your comfortability is.
Now, the coach for the...
Now, am I saying anything wrong?
No, I don't think so. No, and you know what? You can say whatever you want to say. The coach for the Rams, St. Louis Rams, he actually wanted to draft him in the 5th round. Mm-hmm. All right? But the owners said no.
Not that soon.
This is not going to happen. Now people are saying, hey, the NFL made a call and said, hey, we're going to work something out here. But you're going to do us a favor. You're going to draft him in the 7th round. Now, we have to wait and see really how he performs.
I mean, I think that
cut.
he's got to be a good player. I mean, to get to where he was, to get to the round of drafting means that you are a good player. I mean, in and of itself.
He's
and
talented.
I mean, I don't know anything about football, but I'm just saying there's tons of people that want to play football and tons of people that don't even get that far. So he's probably got some skills. And he's going to go hard now because he's the first gay guy. But, I mean, who you do sex with has nothing to do with you playing the game.
And, it doesn't. And what side of the fence has nothing to do with it either.
No.
It's about your performance as an athlete.
Yeah, nobody says I'm the first Republican that plays for, I mean, it's ridiculous.
I know. And that's what bothers me.
Yeah.
And I'm bothered that President Obama...
Well, because everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay, so what?
Everybody's drinking that Kool-Aid, Steve.
Okay, but he doesn't need to take it down to this level, okay?
No, he
the
upped the
President
level.
Of the United States,
he upped it.
Right.
He didn't take it down. He upped it. Because we are in a... And I get the fact that we need to have people accepting of the lifestyle in order for us to get past the racial stereotypes and to get past the hate. Because I hate that, too. I don't want anybody to be hated based on their sexuality. And I guess these are the steps that we have to take. We have to, shove it down our throats to get us to a point of acceptance. But I just think that too much is too much. No, what did I say? Oh,
your
shove it down the
adjectives...
throat?
You know what?
I didn't either
I did, and I'm like,
until he did it.
And I know it happened so innocently, but
it did.
I know, but you didn't have to repeat it.
No,
well,
okay? you could let him go back on the timeline and listen to it. Okay.
Hopefully, well,
I think it would have slipped on by if you hadn't
this
brought
is
it
one
up.
of
I think
those-
it would have slipped right on in.
Ages 2, 4, and 9 are in the car. A van traveling the opposite direction crosses the center divider and crushes their Honda. Crushes the Honda.
Pancakes it.
Everybody dies.
The parents and all 3 kids are dead.
Well, that's the only solace.
Terrible, terrible accident.
Terrible, terrible accident. But the only solace is that they all went together.
Did you hear, though, that they took bodies out and everything and took them all to the hospital, but then when they were ripping the car apart and getting it out of there, they found another body squeezed in.
They thought there were only 4 children,
Yeah.
2 children. All right? Because the car was so... The van ended up on it was roof to roof, just crushed it.
Yeah.
And they had to... It was very hard to get 2 of the occupants out, and they had already been passed away.
All of them died instantly.
2 at the hospital and 3 on scene. Terrible.
And they originally thought it was just 2 kids in the van?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't discover it until
Poor
until later on.
things. Poor things. I'm telling you, the only silver lining is that they all died together.
Right.
Because no parent wants to live through that.
No.
No conscious, sane
Right.
parent.
No, I absolutely agree. And last night at Universal City Walk, guns blazing.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning, Universal. They were having a DJ competition. Okay? Witnesses said, look, there were a lot of people there. There were a lot of gangs represented. Something happened. There was a disturbance. What are you smiling at me for?
Who said that?
Yeah.
People that... one girl that shot the whole thing with her cell phone
Okay.
camera.
Okay.
She did use the word gangs.
Okay.
Anyway, a fight broke out. There were bottles being thrown.
Oof.
Somebody pulled out a gun and started shooting. Police rolled up as shots were being fired. They saw the person with the gun, and they shot and killed him. Because it was private property, it's universal, no media was allowed up the hill.
Oh.
They shut it down.
Yeah, well, Universal's not taking that hit.
Okay?
Yeah.
They absolutely shut it down.
We live in the world of instant media.
We do, and people were able to shoot it on their cell phone and upload it, up to YouTube or wherever it was.
Yeah, it's getting harder and harder to keep secrets.
Yeah, you can't.
You wouldn't expect though. At City Walk, you'd think, hey, that's like Disneyland.
Yeah, you would think. But I mean, there's no metal detectors. You just drive in, park, and go in. So there's
That's what they're already talking about now.
Yeah. They're going to have to change it, unfortunately.
That's the world we live in?
That's the world we live in.
That's beyond messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
But that's the world we live in. And
soon they'll have them at every 7-Eleven.
What? The metal detector?
Yeah, that's not the way it's supposed to be.
I get it, but this is the world we live in. So when you park your car, be ready to go through the metal detector and show your ID, because pedophiles shouldn't be allowed up in there, and if you got a gun, you shouldn't be able to come in there. I don't think that any family areas should be open for pedophiles.
I get that.
That works.
Okay. Unfortunately,
is there a problem in the house?
No.
I'm with you.
There is not, and I'm in agreement with you too. However, at law, from a legal standpoint,
that's retarded.
Yeah.
And I said it. I mean, that's just the dumbest thing I've ever heard, because we should be able to say, if you can't behave properly, then you are restricted from these areas.
Yeah, you forfeit your right to be
absolutely.
Out there
you should forfeit your right.
Society.
It's amazing. We're live on TV. We're live doing our show, and this one's texting.
Yeah.
I'm sending a text to Jeff.
Uh-oh.
So we can communicate back and forth.
Yes.
Thank you for calling it to everyone's attention. Okay?
I love doing that.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be the world that we live in. I think it sucks. I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
All right?
But we have to. It sucks, it's wrong, it's unfortunate, but what do? Do you protect the masses, or do you protect the freaks? That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
Who gets the protection, the freaks or the masses?
We need to do something when it comes to gun regulation. When it comes to people that aren't supposed to have weapons.
Oh, please.
That's what
you hear all the time people that are licensed killing people.
All the time?
All the time. Yes, all the time. Yes, all the time.
Okay. If we
at
could
least let them go through a mental health check.
If we could do something about criminals having guns, if we could do something about people having guns that they shouldn't have, it would be a start.
Okay, and how would you propose doing that?
I haven't the vaguest clue. I don't know, because it's so broad and so difficult and so expensive.
So the one thing that we can control is we can control people with mental illnesses having guns. Or we can put a longer cooling off period. I want to kill my wife. I'm so pissed off at her right now. And how long do you have to wait to get your gun?
If it's domestic violence?
No. How long do you have to wait to get your gun? Do you have to wait before you get your gun? Or can you go into the store and just get a gun?
California, you have to wait. They have to run your checks. It could take a couple of weeks.
Okay. In other states, like Texas, you just go in and get it?
I'll tell you what. You know what?
When's Michael going to do that?
Last night I heard a story, okay? I heard a story about... I met a girl last night that is from Alabama, okay? Cutest little girl. You would have no idea that she just got out of the Marines. Anyway...
that's not profiling.
She, a friend of hers...
it's not butch enough to be a Marine.
No, that's not profiling at all, Steve. You realize it, right?
Just let me tell my story.
Go ahead.
Okay, a friend of hers, actually, that works at Quantico, said, hey, can you do me a favor and go over to this, I saw this ad in, I don't know, Craigslist, wherever it was, go pick up this AK-47 for me. Well,
nice. Get me one, too.
Okay, down there you can do that. Knock on the front door. Hey, I'm here to pick up this da-da-da. Here's your money. Here you go. She called the police department in advance. Said, hey, what's the rule on this?
Oh, okay.
Okay? Mm-hmm. They said, just lay it down on your back seat.
Stop it.
It's legal.
To shoot what?
She actually is she's a marksman, an expert marksman, but she goes crossbow hunting. But she was doing this for somebody else. Okay? Now, Michael's going to go into Texas.
Yes.
We're going to actually try to live stream it and do it on FaceTime or something. He's going to show how you can walk in to Walmart, walk in, put your money on the counter, and walk out with your assault rifle.
Nice.
Terrible.
No wait.
Terrible.
No wait at all.
And we have the nerve to say that we should not legalize marijuana. We just give out guns like it's candy at every corner.
Well, there are a lot of people that say marijuana is a gateway drug.
But it's bull. That's bull stuff.
Alcohol
I don't know.
is the gateway drug.
I don't
What
know.
is alcohol?
Alcohol. Yeah.
Listen, if you're an idiot, you have gateway drugs. That's the thing. If you're an idiot, you allow drugs to become gateways to other drugs. Nobody's forcing you to smoke weed and then go do crack. No one's forcing you to drink alcohol and go do crack. The gateway is in your mind. You're an idiot.
Right. Just like no one's forcing you with a gun to go out and kill somebody.
Yes, but we
Okay?
have preventative measures. We can
Guns
test
don't
you.
kill
We can
people.
test to see
Okay.
if you got all your screws in your head.
2 years ago...
We cannot make a little shrine in your 17-year-old's bedroom as he's playing Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
He's got the real deal behind him.
2 years ago, we had Dr. Lee Rogers
I just
on
love
the
how
show.
you just talk over that.
I'm not. I'm talking to what you said. 2 years ago, Dr. Lee Rogers was on the show. All right? I asked him live on the show, Second Amendment rights. All right?
He wants to get elected.
No, just a minute. You see, you know what? You're saying
I mean,
stuff
I
and you
don't
don't even know.
but
okay?
listen,
And
no.
he said
No.
what you just said.
Go ahead.
Okay?
Go ahead.
He said, you know what? I am not about stepping on people's Second Amendment rights. But what I am about, being a doctor, a medical professional, I think the medical profession should get involved. If we have a patient that's 5150 or we've got a patient that's unstable, we should have the ability to let the DOJ know.
Yeah.
This guy shouldn't have a gun.
Yes.
I think that's an excellent idea.
Well, even I don't
and
have a
that's
problem
what
with that.
I was trying
What?
to tell you.
You would have all your guns taken away from you, Joe.
I'm not 5150.
You can't be on mental drugs and have a gun.
I'm saying I think that's an excellent idea to have the medical field involved in who gets a weapon.
That's just
Okay.
one step on it. If you've been arrested for domestic violence, you should never own a
That's
gun.
fine. That's fine.
I don't disagree with that either.
Your
disagree.
your kid goes into a school and shoots them all up, you go to jail.
Yeah.
Because your idiot kid is going to kill himself.
If he got the
Right,
weapons
right.
from you.
If your kid did it, how about be responsible for what you're raising?
Now you're getting a little bit broad.
You can't be responsible for what you're raising.
Your 17-year-old son who is in a gang
If you-
gets a gun from
Your
somewhere.
17-year-old son should not be in a gang. If you're parenting your kid is not in a gang.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Tell
My
them.
kids were not in gangs.
I get that.
Your sons were not in gangs.
No, they weren't.
So how did that happen?
I parent right.
Okay, then, so people need to parent right. People need to be responsible for the lives that they bring into the
A
world.
lot of people are disconnected with their kids.
Well, they better connect up because they should get locked up. If your kid is a psychopath, gangbanger, whatever, if you start locking up these parents, maybe they'll be a little bit more responsible.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
They
There are
wouldn't
consequences.
care. They wouldn't say, you know what, I done told Johnny 4 times, he better stop acting stupid, he gonna go to jail. If you going to jail, I bet you're gonna get back on Johnny, huh?
Okay, well, that's, you know what?
Right?
Okay, yeah.
Taekwon not gonna be acting stupid if you raise him right.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
How come it's Taekwon?
The point is,
how
I can say that.
See, if I said it,
Taekwon.
I'd be in trouble.
Yes.
As soon as I brought up gangs,
Yes.
you jumped all over me.
Because I was just wondering if Polly Purebred is the one who said
She didn't
there
say
was gangs
Pedro.
there.
So
No, it wasn't.
Okay,
It wasn't Polly Purebred.
Okay, that's
Okay.
all that, because people will say gangs or, you see 3 Latinos, it's a gang walking down the street or, you know what I mean? They just make broad statements. So I didn't know where that was that someone said that they were gangs.
That's how you get out of it? No. Okay.
How about we take a break?
No. All right, let's take a quick break. All right, you're listening to AV Newscast, the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley, and we'll be right back. Mr. Al-Khatib.
Hey. I came to check on the signal.
Oh, it went down.
From the concert hall, now into the song and dance.
Hi, I'm J.D. Kennedy, a Marine Corps veteran with 3 deployments to Iraq, and I'm running for State Assembly. I served as Congressman McKeon's Veteran Affairs Representative, and I'm a member of Operation All the Way Home, board member of the Boys and Girls Club, and I'm the president of LA County Air Show. As your assemblyman, I'll fight to create jobs in our community and to keep criminals off our streets. Our problems can be fixed with simple, common sense answers, but we need new leadership in Sacramento. My name is J.D. Kennedy. I fought for you 3 times in Iraq. Vote for me on June 3rd. Send me to Sacramento. I'll fight for you there. Visit my website, kennedyforassembly.com, and follow me on Facebook.
Hello, I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced conservative candidate for the State Assembly in the Tuesday, June 3rd election. As a retired Highway Patrol Sergeant and Antelope Valley resident since 1996, I served as a school board and city council member for 14 years. As your assembly representative, I'll stand up for our shared values. The record shows I work to solve problems, not create them. With your help on June 3rd, we can break the far-left supermajority in Sacramento and stop the bleeding of our jobs. I'm Tom Lackey, your experienced candidate.
There's a school in Palmdale that's become the talk of the town. It's called the Guidance Charter School, and many parents say it's magical. The Guidance Charter School is WASP accredited, scored 783 in academic performance, and has an educational curriculum that exceeds the state of California standards. The curriculum is enriched through age-appropriate exposure to information technology, arts, foreign language such as Arabic, and physical education. The Guidance Charter School has a winning CIF sports program with soccer, basketball, cross-country, volleyball, swimming, cheerleading, and more. An open enrollment, free tuition school, publicly funded. They've been in business for 12 years and are fully approved by the Palmdale School District. The Guidance Charter School has small classroom environment, 20 students in grades K through 3, 25 students in grades 4 through 8, and no more than 30 students in grades 9 through 12. Call the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. That's the Guidance Charter School in Palmdale at 661-285-1600. And check out their website at thegcs.org. A better high school choice.
Antelope Valley residents, this is Assistant Sheriff James Helmold seeking your vote for sheriff. As a 25-year veteran of the department, I'm not a politician, I'm a crime fighter committed to keeping our neighborhoods safe. I will ensure your sheriff's department is responsive to the Antelope Valley, not a one-size-fits-all approach from downtown Los Angeles. Let's also expand community involvement and youth outreach to ensure future success. I'm proud to be endorsed by both mayors and councils, local churches, and community groups. This is your sheriff's department. Please vote James Helmold for sheriff.
Welcome back to AVNewsCast.com.
I just can't.
Angelina, she's, I'm going to have to give her CPR in a minute.
Yeah. It's just all coming back to that.
Yeah, well, okay. Angelina has to repair her air conditioning in her car.
Oh.
She could have gotten it done free 3 weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Okay? But life gets out of control.
Yeah.
And it's a snowball effect, and you get caught up in so many things you forget to do what you have to do.
Yep.
And then when you remember, you go, I'll deal with it tomorrow.
I was going to go today.
What? Today? You missed it.
I made an appointment. And
it's
then
like
I'm in the car,
court.
and I'm just thinking through everything. I was like, yeah, it's 80,000 miles, or 5 years, 5 years in August, 80,000. You should have seen my face.
No.
And the realization is when I parked to come into here.
Why? Did you need the air conditioning this morning?
No, I'm going to need it Wednesday when it's 99 degrees.
Well, just roll down all the windows.
Stop it.
That's what you have to do.
Steve, you better call somebody.
Get some dry get some dry ice.
And do what with it, Steve?
That's what they used to use in the olden days.
Yeah.
That's what you're going to have to do.
Have you seen the thing with the modified ice chest, the igloo?
No.
They put a bunch of ice in there, and then they mount a fan and blow down onto the ice, and then they put a little tube coming out of it.
Yeah, I saw that on
Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah, redneck air
Yeah,
conditioner.
5-gallon paint bucket thing.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Sterling is back in the news. Well, he's not really back. He's always been there.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's out of control. His PR, he was not prepped to the best of their ability.
With his interview with who?
With Anderson Cooper.
He wanted to do it raw himself.
Well,
okay?
he's failing.
All right.
He's failing. I want to apologize to everybody. Everybody I hurt. Oh, I didn't mean to hurt you. All the all the other colored people in the world. No, I didn't mean to hurt you.
No, he didn't say that.
He might as well have.
Okay.
He goes, they're mine. He said that. He said, they're mine, and I'm theirs.
He went on to say that Magic Johnson is not a good role model for children. Now, I don't know where he came up with that, okay? But he's just, you know what? He's not making friends.
No.
All right? He's not making any friends.
No.
He says that, he says, look, I made a mistake. It was a big mistake.
A little bit.
Big mistake.
But I'm not a racist.
But I'm not racist, and after 33 years in the NBA, I deserve a pass.
No, you don't.
He says I do.
You got the pass right out the door. It's a done deal.
His wife says she's not going anywhere.
Well, she needs to be out, too.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Wait a minute. Well, let me ask you a question, okay?
I'm not going to marry a racist. And I'm going to know how you feel about things before I even say I do, Steve Benson.
So...
Jeffrey Sheldon.
Yeah.
There's no accident to that relationship.
They've been married for, I don't know, a gazillion years.
Yes, and they've had other issues where race has been a play.
Against her.
Yeah. So these are two peas of the same pod. I mean, you can't marry somebody that is so opposite of your fundamental, because that's a fundamental belief.
Do you think he was sincere? He says last night, I'm not a racist. He tells Anderson Cooper, I made a terrible, terrible mistake. I'm here today with you to apologize to everyone and ask for their forgiveness.
Everyone that was hurt, he said. Yeah.
Yes.
And I know there was a lot of people, and I'm hurt too. It took you all that time to come out. First of all, your fix-it team is not fixing you right. That's number one.
He said he was emotionally distraught. He was not
because someone's telling him what to do, and he's not accustomed to anyone telling him what he can and can't do. That's what's pissing him off.
When he went last week and made the comment, I should have just paid her off.
Yeah.
That negates all his apologies.
Yeah,
okay?
Of course. He's a mess. He's a roving idiot.
He's going to fight this. And
of course he is, because he's got long dollars.
He's got a boatload full of money.
They just need to let Richard Parsons get in there and be Mr. Fix-It Man.
He can do it.
Oh, he can do it.
He turned
His
around
resume
AOL.
is ridiculous.
He can absolutely do it.
His resume is ridiculous.
Smartest choice that they made.
Come on out of retirement, baby. We got a job for you.
And he's the guy that can. And he has got so many people on speed dial.
Yep.
Okay. That now, Donald Sterling wants to go up against them in the court of law.
No,
it is a tough one.
It's the wrong one.
Yeah.
This
is a tough one. You think Donald Sterling will be gone?
I think I think so, because we live in a world of complete intolerance to intolerance. We do.
You think his wife will be gone?
I think so. She needs to be.
I
was thinking of divorcing him a while ago. Girl, please stop. Just stop. Just go count a pile of money somewhere.
Well,
the thing that's terrible is that these type of people, because of how much money they have little to do. So now they've been given a little carrot, something to make them run, something to give them, it's a job now. Now it's a job. So now their job is to change public opinion. It's a done deal. It's a wash.
Now, the one thing that would completely screw up everything is if the Sterlings get divorced.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because
that's
that'll
not
be
happening.
just like the Dodgers and Frank McCourt. And the team, everything is going to end up in family court. And the NBA isn't going to be able to do anything until that gets settled out, and that's going to be years.
Yeah.
Years. A decade. That's going to be a problem.
Yeah. I mean, she can go to a game. Just sit down and be quiet. I was going to say sit down and be pretty.
Oh.
She goes. She's a cheerleader. Not literal, but, I mean, you know, she likes to support the team.
Yeah.
She likes to go and support the team.
She likes saying, I own the Clippers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't a lifelong dream, I'm sure. Owning more black people? No.
It was not about that when they bought the team.
No.
No.
And she was probably like, why are you buying it? I'm buying what I want to buy. And
Back
now when the money started going up, I'm so glad you came. You know?
He was not as wealthy then as he is today.
Right.
Okay? He was not.
And he's going to fight hard for it, and it's a shame.
Yeah, he should just give it up.
But I think that his tones, you know, like when he says, you know, they should just let me have this one, kind of makes you think, what skeletons do the other owners have in their closet? But you can have whatever you want to have in your closet. Just don't, first of all, don't cheat on your wife, and don't trust a mistress. And don't not call her a mistress when she's clearly a mistress.
She's his archivist.
We talked about other owners in the NBA and in the NFL.
Yeah.
Okay? And
especially in baseball, I think.
There are a lot of them that have, past that, you wouldn't think that they can still own a team. Mm-hmm. Okay? Money laundering, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Prosecuted by the FBI. I mean, everything. But America. It depends on who you know, what your crime was.
No.
And
underline, it depends on who you know. That's it. Even when you go into a car dealership with 80,000 miles, if it depends on who you know.
I cannot help you with that, I'm telling you. I cannot.
I think it depends on who you know.
No, you know what? You're going into court a day late, okay? You missed it yesterday.
She's
I
going to
can't.
be on you all day.
I can't, you know what? Just, I can't. Another racial problem in the LAPD, okay?
Really? There's a racial problem in the LA? What?
There is, okay? And
right.
You tell me what you think about this.
Okay.
Mayor Garcetti says that the officer deserved much more punishment. The Police Protective League said they should have fired the officer. Okay. Chief Charlie Beck went against everyone and just gave him a 65-day suspension.
What did he do?
He called an African-American man a monkey. Oh. Everybody heard it.
Well, Chief Beck doesn't have a problem with that line of thinking. And I think that, it's the same thing with Sterling. If Sterling can get kicked off because of his viewpoint, then certainly I don't want that cop pulling me over.
Richard Donner says it was a problem, an inherent problem in the LAPD.
This is not, but it was said way before Richard Donner.
I understand.
It's so sad that all of a sudden Richard Donner said, no, it's been said since the 50s.
I understand. I'm just saying. He said it when he went berserk and went nuts.
Yeah.
I believed him then. Okay? Mm-hmm. I absolutely did. In this case...
That's a shame you believed him then. Did you not know it then?
Yes, but what I'm saying is the allegations he made, that apparently caused him to go off the deep edge, okay? But those allegations, when he made those allegations, I believed him, okay? I knew it was there, okay? I knew it was happening.
When did you come to realize that there was a problem in the sheriff's and the police department as far as race? When you met me? Just be honest, because you lived in a bubble.
No, because I knew there was a problem in the LAPD 15 years ago. Okay?
Just a little problem, though. It's a
Perhaps.
culture. It's a culture. It's a acceptance.
Perhaps. You're right.
Today you say perhaps?
No. You're right. In a way, I lived. Look, I lived. I'm not going to say in a bubble, but I find it hard to digest some stuff. As an example, Fred Thompson, our current city councilman for the city of Palmdale, I still can't. I can't comprehend that he came up here in the '60s and was not allowed to live in Palmdale because of the color of his skin. And I love the fact that this came full circle again, and he's now sitting up on the bench running the city.
And he's still fighting for it, though.
Yeah. I understand, yeah.
He's still fighting for it.
But I find it so hard to believe that you come up here, you're an educated man, you come up here to the city of Palmdale, and you can't live here, and you're told you got to go out here to go live way out there, because that's where you have to live. Well, this officer for the LAPD, Officer Sean Hillman, he has family. He has a father. He is related to high-level people in the LAPD.
Well, then there it is.
And he got a pass.
Yes.
Okay? By Charlie Beck.
High-level people in the LAPD. And the apple does not fall far from the tree.
You know what? I think he should have been fired.
Yes, and you need to go up that tree because that boy was taught that way. He didn't get it from school. That's not a lesson in class.
I think he should have been fired. And, I think it's too bad that Mayor Garcetti, okay, who said on CBS just the other day, he said on Channel 2, I think he should have received a stiffer punishment. There's no question about it. But I'm going to let my chief be a chief.
Yeah.
Because he got somebody on his neck.
You know what? When Donald Sterling made his comments 3 weeks ago, Garcetti immediately shut him down.
Shut it
okay?
down.
Well, if you can do that, you know what? This is an officer you don't want on the street.
No.
Okay? Because you already know he's not going to treat people fairly.
No.
He's not going to.
No, he's not.
All right? He's got a
and
chip on his shoulder.
he's paid 65-day paid leave, right?
I can't tell you whether it was paid 65-day suspension. I don't know whether it was paid or not paid. Okay? I'm trying to read as fast as I can. Now, I don't know. I don't know whether it was paid or not paid, but I still, it was wrong. The disciplinary board voted to kick the officer off the force, okay, after finding that he unnecessarily provoked and confronted another man at a bar and made that comment when it was caught on tape. When he was questioned about it by Internal Affairs, he lied about it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Of course.
He said, I never said that.
Yeah.
So they played the tape back to him, showing him, oh, yeah, that's right, I said that. He should be fired.
Yeah. He knew that he could get a pass. And that's why every officer should have a camera. I mean, I don't know how many times we have to hear cases like this before every officer has on their person, not just the car. Because they will take you to the other side where the camera's not rolling and beat you till you're blue. You need to have a camera on your person.
They're coming.
How long it take?
They're testing them
China's
now.
really quick.
No, they're testing. Actually, the sheriff's department has some that are being tested right now.
Oh, how long it take?
Cameras on
Does
the
it
shoulder.
roll or not? What's the test part?
You've got to test it and make sure that it accurately works.
Put it on.
Okay.
You know, I mean, it's not like a new.
Yeah, we didn't just
It's
discover
nothing
cameras.
new about cameras.
Right.
Just put it on
I'm
and
just
sew it
saying.
in there.
I'm just saying.
Make it so you can't snap the antenna on.
Right.
All right. I'm just saying. They're testing it. They're working on it. It's something that the LAPD and the sheriff's department wants to do. They just need to make certain that it's happening.
I just wonder how long it takes.
To test? Mm-hmm. I don't know. I would think it takes maybe a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Why? Because cameras just came out?
No, I would think. You know what? I don't know. You want it working tomorrow? Okay.
Yes. I mean, what is the new technology on the camera?
Well, you know what? We're going to reach out. We're going to have James Helmold on the show, who's running for LA County Sheriff.
Yeah.
That's a question we can ask him. Okay. He actually, I believe he's going to be here at our candidate debate just to come see.
I'm going to miss him.
But you're going to miss him.
I'm going to miss him.
Yeah, that's too bad. That's too bad. You know, we talked last week about And who are we talking to this about? The individual that was in California, went through law school, came into California illegally.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we're talking to Chuck Simons about that.
Okay.
All right. Well, that kind of thing is now spreading. And there is a bill up in Sacramento right now. And here's the thing. There's a girl. Her name is Denise Rojas. She earned her biology degree from UC Berkeley. And she set her sights on being a doctor. All right? Mm-hmm. She's in California. She's in the United States illegally. There is a bill now up in Sacramento that would allow doctors, dentists, nurses, barbers, security guards, and many others.
What?
Barbers? Many others that are in this country illegally. You heard it here first. That are in this country illegally, permission to practice their occupations. Now,
what?
I don't...
Give them their citizenship. Tax them. What is wrong with you people?
She lives in San Francisco. She was able to receive financial aid for her last semester under California's DREAM Act, okay? In order to go to college and finish her degree. She now wants to get her medical license. And in order to get her license, the only thing keeping her from that is where it says, put your Social Security number down here. She doesn't have one.
Let her put her green
card
number in
legislators in Sacramento say, hey, wait a minute. We did this for this other guy. And California passed a law saying, if you're in this country illegally, but you go to law school and you do all that, and you pass the bar, you know what? You are now a card-carrying lawyer.
But we can't make it so that businesses can operate here. So, yeah, so she's going to be here and she can enjoy not having a job just like all the rest of us then. California can't get their priorities right.
It's so backwards.
You know what? We have a lot of people graduating from medical school that can't get jobs.
Right.
Okay? That can't get jobs. Before we start giving people medical licenses...
I didn't hear that being a problem.
Oh, yeah, it is a problem. Lawyers and doctors.
Lawyers, come on. Stop. Doctors, you can open up your own practice anywhere. Why are you having a hard time?
That.
Yeah.
You need money for that.
Oh, well, you can't... Well, don't go to medical school if you can't open it. What are you doing?
Well, because that's the dream of a lot of people, okay?
Work for Kaiser.
Well, okay, I'm just saying. But my personal opinion... Mm-hmm. And I get that guy went and he paid for all of his schooling and his law school and everything else. I get that. Yes, I believe there should be a path to citizenship that is obtainable.
That makes sense.
That makes sense. It's realistic, okay? I don't think California should have changed its law. I think that was wrong. I think what California should have done is done something
about citizenship
to make him, you know what, if you go to law school or you become a doctor and you've been an upstanding citizen of the community, then make it obtainable for them to become a citizen.
Well, there's
but
really not
don't
much
give them a
California
license.
can do about that, though.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
It's a
federal thing.
Yeah. It's the federal government. So California's only doing what they can do.
Right. Okay.
And
now to open it up to doctors, nurses, lawyers,
barbers.
They
do
it anyway.
And I don't know how they came up with that, but
they got the skills, man.
Okay. The proposal in the bill, predictably, has divided Republican lawmakers in California and sparked an outcry of opposition from national conservative groups. So what they're saying basically is...
be poor on the street.
No.
Yeah. It's opposition.
I understand. This is not a right side, left side of the aisle issue. Okay.
So what's the opposition for them? If they don't want them to do it.
If you are here illegally, okay, my personal opinion, I get that you worked really hard. I get that you put yourself through school. I get all of that. I think what we need to do is, on the federal level, they need to provide a pathway to citizenship that is real, that's obtainable, that doesn't take 20 years, that maybe takes into account your accomplishments. But do that first before you start handing out licenses.
Yeah, well, because they can't control what the federal government does and how slowly they can roll out things at times. That's why they're working with what they can. Personally, I think it sounds very silly, and it doesn't. To me, I think that the biggest thing is I don't care if you are a trash man or if you want to be a janitor. I don't care about what you want to aspire for. I think that we should get over ourselves. This is Earth. Nobody here created it. Let them have the ability to be taxed like the rest of us. And if you don't want to do that, then lay down the hammer and stop letting them rent your apartments. Stop giving them jobs.
The problem is they're not going to be taxed like the rest of us.
They can be.
No, they're going to have earned income credits. They're going to be ending up getting money back because they're not high-paying jobs that they're in.
Wow, because all of them are not that. I mean, we just talked about this was a doctor and a lawyer.
Okay, this is part of the problem.
That's everybody, right?
That's what I'm saying. It's not everybody, but it's not everybody the other side either.
This is part of the problem when you have a supermajority. The bill, which was sponsored by Senator Ricardo Lara, he's a Democrat out of Bell Gardens. The measure passed the Senate on Thursday. It is known as SB 1159. Okay? It would allow 40 state boards to accept federal taxpayer a TIN number in place of a Social Security number to get your license.
Listen, I mean, I get the bad thing about the supermajority, but let's be real about it. One way or the other, whether you're a Republican or a Democrat, that's the only way you get stuff done, is if you have the majority. Because people are not wanting to give on either side.
If it was 50-50, split 50-50.
It wouldn't have been done. And that's why we're so screwed up, because when it is 50-50, nothing gets done because everybody's playing hardball.
Okay.
I mean, that's what it is.
I think this is just
I think it's silly too. I honestly do. But they can't make the feds do what we need to do for the country. All they can do is work with California.
Well, Richard Lara, whose parents, by the way, came into this country illegally, okay, and did go through what they had to go through to get their pathway to citizenship. I think this is wrong.
Okay,
myself.
So his parents got it, but he didn't get it?
He was born here.
Oh. So what are we talking about? He's born here.
I understand. I was just mentioning just a little background story.
Okay, got it.
Okay, on the senator. I think it's wrong. I think we're doing the wrong thing, but that's just my opinion, and you don't have to agree.
Were you trying to criticize him because his parents were not
No, I'm
legal?
giving some backstory.
But that's not relevant. That's terrible.
What?
You're talking about the man because his parents weren't legally born here?
No, I was giving backstory.
For what? What relevance is that?
The fact that his parents came into this country illegally, but they went through the process, to become legal citizens. I think everyone else should go through the process. That's all I'm saying.
The process is it's not an easy process.
I know we have to fix that.
Yeah, well,
I get that.
There's a list.
But
Let's fix the sheriffs and the police and the justice system.
Okay.
And let's start there.
All right.
And get the bad apples off the force.
Okay. We're out of time. You don't get to beat me up anymore.
Well, on the air.
Yeah, on the air. Don't forget, our debate is on Thursday at the Guidance Charter High School campus across from Drytown at 6 p.m. We'll talk more about that tomorrow. Have a great day, and thanks for making us the #1 news talk radio program in the Antelope Valley.